Today I will be working on my 2016 Subaru Impreza. This video is entitled the Subaru Experience because this is what it is. As you can already see from the start, this is how fucked it is. We broke this bolt days ago. We've spent about 8 hours trying to do this because this bolt here decided to round itself when we took an impact to it. Big surprise. So today we're going to be welding a nut to this bolt and using some MAP gas to try and get it loose. Hopefully everything works out well. Otherwise I'm going to have to cut out this bolt and remove this bracket and replace it with a one that I bought off of Amazon. So we'll see how this goes. So we got the Lincoln Electric and the welder. The goal here is to replace all 4 brakes. That's the rotors and pads, but unfortunately due to the rust belt being the rust belt, it's an extremely difficult process for no apparent reason. You may notice that those are newer pads. I couldn't replace the rotor, so I just threw some on because I literally had no pads left. So yeah, this is going to be a fun experience. Alright, we're going to start with the welding. Remember, safety is #1 priority. Stuck. Step, bro. Welding's not adhering so well, so we're trying a different ground. Oh yeah, that's good. Shoes are gone. Alright, we got welds from a certified welder. Thank you. I'm paying this guy $5,000 an hour to help me with this, so it better be worth it. Time to hit this shit with some MAP gas. And it's pretty fucking hot. I should be say this with a heavy heart, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like we're able to get a decent enough of a weld on this bolt. So we're just gonna go ahead and chop it off. Yep, angle grinder away. Alright, we finally got this cocksucking piece of shit off, and I'm just being frank with that one. If you can look here closely, those threads are absolutely fucked. Okay, now we're going to make an attempt to remove this bolt later.
I'll let it fly. Hopefully that works.
Alright, we welded a nut onto the now removed bracket, hoping that this will allow us to remove it for the final time. If not, I have a fresh bracket ready to go. Alright, brand new caliper bracket, could not get the nut off or the bolt off of the other one. Had to bite the bullet on that. Otherwise, getting started on the installation phase here. Another time, another day, beginning work on the right hand side, getting these brakes off, and we're also going to drop this control arm. Okay, now that we got the brakes off, after loosening several nuts, got them all sprayed with oil. About 7 in total, including the ball joint castle nut here. Actually, I don't think we'll have to remove that. But yeah, this is going to be a fun experience right here. Working hard. Alright, so our next step here is to get the ball joint off of the wheel hub. So right now, we're also just removing the tie rod preemptively to get a little bit more of an angle, but should be able to get this going. It is pissing rain outside, and we are having some trouble getting the tie rod end link off. Got the tie rod off, now we're just trying to get this fucking ball joint off. So we still couldn't manage to get the ball joint off, so we had to make the drive back to my place to get some pickle forks. Hopefully this will make the process a lot easier. Okay, using the pickle fork, we managed to get the ball joint unstuck. It was full of shit. Did it all myself, no help at all whatsoever. This guy's fucking useless. Anyways, just gonna go on, remove the rest of the bolts here. Already got these two out. Just gotta remove this one. There's one back there. And then, yeah, everything's good. Just looking at getting the bushings out so that we can remove this old piece of shit control arm and we can do a little review on how fucked this thing is. Currently just installing the tie rod, and then we're going to lower this onto some blocks and get everything torqued down. Got the new control arm in for the most part. Just gonna have to lower it and then torque all the bolts. And then onto the other side. So we've elected to use our jack just to simulate as if the tire were on the ground. This should make things a little bit easier so we can get in there and get everything torqued to spec. Little anti-seize on there so this doesn't have to become a problem next time we have to do this. God forgiving. Got the new lower control arm there, looking pretty good. Dorman brand. Honestly, when I bought this, the castle nut was stripped, so that gave me a bit of a scare. I have to get all this work done before the weekend because I have a road trip and my alignment is scheduled tomorrow, making this even more fun. Give it a healthy layer there, and then put the brakes back on. Brand new brakes. All right, it's about 8 o'clock. Got the wheel back on. Everything's installed to my best knowledge correctly. I'm gonna turn this car around now and see how it drives.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
All right, we got the wheel off and everything on this side. We're trying to get it done ASAP. We're losing time. Other side's looking good though. The tie rod end link is giving us tons of shit. So we made this contraption a cut 14 so that we can use it in the pry bar. Alright, well here comes the unfortunate reality. We managed to sort of strip the Allen key hole in the outer the tie rod end link there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the shop to do this side. Kind of a pain in the ass for these, but still got to get the rear brakes. That'll be next week. Couple days later, and I'm just getting started on the new rear brake pad and rotor install. Got told that my shocks are bad. This side's good, but the other side is suffering. They showed me at the shop and it's totally done. Ordered some new shocks off of Rock Auto. Complete units, gonna install those as well too in this video. For now, today, it's just me by myself doing these rear brakes. So wish me good luck. So, I received a quote for $650 to change this strut and the other side. I was quoted 3.4 hours of labor plus an alignment. So that added up to $650, not including the parts. I would be supplying my own parts. I just want to point something out here. This was from Canadian Tire, a popular mechanical chain in Canada where I live, as you can tell by all the fucking rust. There is 3 bolts you have to remove to get at this. 3. Of course, there's 3 more inside of the cab, but those are easy to remove. These bolts are the only ones you have to remove otherwise to remove this rear strut. The package strut, which I bought from Rock Auto because apparently it's cheaper to buy stuff from the States and faster to ship it here than it is in Canada for some fucking reason. Yeah, they're 65 bucks a piece. So I'm doing the whole job for $187 after taxes and shipping, which is just ridiculous that they would try to charge me $650 for that. So that's why I'm doing it myself. Alright, we got her all installed. Everything's looking beautiful. Just got to put the caliper back on. First I got to compress it. Quick tip of advice for everyone watching this video. If you're doing this and you happen to drive a standard Impreza, make sure you turn the fucking e-brake off. I sat here hammering this thing like a jackass for 30 seconds until I had a moment of critical thinking, wondering why this thing wouldn't come off, thinking it was just another rust issue. But it came off. Well, luckily it didn't damage anything underneath there, so we're all good to go. Alright, everything's complete now. Brake caliper's back on. Check the brakes, check the e-brake, everything works well. So what I'll say about this side is, you know what? I kind of expected this to be a lot more difficult because this bolt here is kind of at a hard angle to get the angle, the breaker bar in there. But luckily I had an angled 9/16 socket, which made the job a lot easier. The bolt underneath is no pain. Honestly, guys, you know what? If you do your own work at home, I recommend picking up some MAP gas. I think it's probably the best purchase I've ever made. I bought the torch head off of Amazon for about $25. You cannot use a propane torch head with MAP gas. You must get a specified MAP gas / propane torch head. But I'm going to recommend that all to you because that has made the job so much easier. Look at that, the fucking chrome socket just snapped on me, that's great.